Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome back in.
Yeah, another edition of our Hot Shot Secret Live. Apparently, we're live on Facebook and TikTok right now. Are we live on YouTube?
And YouTube.
YouTube? Look at
We got
that.
it all going.
I'm trying to get Pinterest involved, but we're still working on that. But thanks for joining us for episode number 181. Is that true? Actual
Wow.
count.
Did not know the count.
But we're still in this winter season. So today we're going to be talking about our EDT plus winter defense, learning about the science behind it. We kind of are restructuring our live shows. So this is going to kind of be our first rollout of a new structure that we're going to be adding to as we go forward.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like we're going live, what's it, monthly, right?
Yes, monthly.
Monthly, we're going to try to put this together for you. We encourage everybody to come in, comment. We give away some free product too. We love doing that.
Yeah, we're actually going to give away a bottle to someone that comments throughout the show. So
So
give us
comment,
comments,
ask
yeah.
your questions. We like questions.
We love questions, even more than shout outs. We like those too, but
Do you remember episode number 1?
I was not here for episode 1.
So if you go look back in episode number 1, we had a phone on the desk. We were ready for like the live
yeah,
call-ins.
Yeah,
but,
live call-ins. Yeah.
but we'll take your questions below, and regardless what platform you're on, we're watching that and see if we can answer your questions. And you might win some product for it. So,
Absolutely.
you want to? I guess we covered that. You want to get into like and share?
Oh yeah, sorry. We're new format. I'm really off. Not really, but be sure to like and share this video. And also hit that subscribe button on your platform so you know when we go live.
Like it.
Like it.
We are leading off with one of our cool little segments that we're bringing back from the dead. I'm so happy to have this.
I love it too.
So it's going to lead us off and get into our product, but we're going to lead off with some of the science behind this. So we're going to toss it over to our buddy Aaron in R&D and roll it when you're ready.
Well, oh, hey Kyle, sorry. Instead of dreaming about warm, sunny weather, we need to learn about winter products. Today we're going to be talking about EDT plus winter defense. EDT plus winter defense combines the 6 benefits of everyday diesel treatment, which include a cetane improver, a lubricity agent, injector cleaner, storage and stability, rust and corrosion, and a water demulsifier. It also includes an anti-gel or cold flow improver. Cetane improver helps with cold starts, has a better burn efficiency, reduces soot production, and DPF regenerations. There's a keep clean level of injector cleaner that passes both the XUD9 and the DW10 test. The water demulsifier not only pulls the water to the bottom and separates it, but it also lowers the freeze point of the water itself to -9 degrees. Diesel fuel can go bad within 30 days, so we had a storage and stability formula and a rust and corrosion inhibitor. It also contains LX4, which is the highest, most potent lubricity agent on the market. The last component is cold flow improvers, or as we like to call it, anti-gel. Before we get into the anti-gel portion, we need to discuss 3 factors, or should I say, properties of diesel fuel. One specification is called the cloud point. That is when the paraffin waxes first start to form and the fuel becomes cloudy. The second is called the cold filter plugging point. That is when the wax crystals get large enough to actually block the filter and stop flow to the engine. The last one is called the pour point, which when you pour the diesel fuel, it does not move. On the board, we have in blue paraffin waxes. Diesel fuel is composed of different length hydrocarbon chains and different arrangements. In the untreated fuel, as soon as it hits the cloud point, we have individual crystals. As it gets colder, these crystals start conglomerating in each other to create larger and larger crystals, which cannot pass through the filter, which is also known as the cold filter plugging point. The colder the temperature, the more the fuel itself will freeze, as well as the wax molecules grow and grow into bigger molecules, so it is completely solid, and that is called the pour point, as we discussed earlier. The orange indicates the cold flow improvers or anti-gel. Above the cloud point, we have free-floating anti-gel particles, and once it gets down to the cloud point and the paraffin waxes start to crystallize, the anti-gel immediately binds up with a like-sized particle of paraffin wax, inhibiting them from growing larger. This reduces the cold filter plugging point, and they can still pass through. And after the cold filter plugging point, the crystals are still smaller, but the properties of the fuel, depending, will cause it to freeze as well. With the smaller molecules that are, since the paraffin waxes are bound up, that also creates the pour point to be a lot colder. How about I show you a real world example? So we have 2 vials of diesel fuel. One is straight diesel fuel, which has hit the pour point. The one treated with EDT plus winter defense is right around the cold filter plugging point. It's got a few crystals, but we're down to minus 39 on this particular freezer. As you can see, this will leave you stranded while this one won't. So that's why you need to treat with EDT plus winter defense. And that's all for the Science Corner. Back to you, Kyle.
Thank you, Aaron. I guess we're done talking about this today. That was pretty thorough.
Good job, Aaron. Drop the
Work
mic.
here
You
is
got
done.
it done for us.
But it certainly is an interesting product. I always find, any of the anti-gel type products, in the world of additives, a lot of people think, do I need them? Do I not need them? We love all the components that we put into these products, and we put them in there for a reason. But I know a lot of people that only run additive in the winter for anti-gel. So it is that one additive that gets through to people that there's shortcomings in the diesel fuel we get out of the pump, and that you need to be adding that yourself. Now, obviously, we feel you need to be doing that year round on all the other parts of it. But so when do you advise people at what temperature they should start adding anti-gel?
We always say around 32 degrees because diesel fuel starts to cloud as high as 20 degrees. So it gives you a little bit of window, and you need to get the additive into the fuel before it hits that cloud.
Before the cloud point. And I hear that a lot too. Like I talked to a gentleman at a show that said he treated his fuel with an anti-gel. It wasn't ours, but another company's anti-gel. And he said, it was about 20 degrees out, and I drove it for 3 days after that, and then it got down to like 5, and my system froze. He's like, how could it freeze at 5 but not 20? Is it just to pour anti-gel? And I had explained to him, like, at 20, you were probably already past the cloud point. It was never going to work, even with a really good anti-gel in there. So, myself as a diesel driver, I just do it seasonally. Like when it gets to October, I switch over to an anti-gel, and I use it through until the spring is here. And I even wait a couple extra weeks to make sure we don't get that last cold. So, it's easier as a maintenance plan to just switch seasonally. But certainly, if you're in a climate that doesn't dip down much, you want to be, if you see the weather's going to be dipping down, don't wait till it's down to those deep below freezing points. Hit it while that tank's nice and warm and agitated, 32 degrees, and get it treated.
And I think about it from our ag and trucking. People have bulk tanks on their facility. The time to add it is when you're actually getting fuel. So the nice part that you can actually add it to the fuel before they fill it up, and you get that splash agitation. It's good and mixed in. You're treated. You're treating the amount of fuel that they added to the tank, if you kind of know how much that is.
Right.
And you're real accurate in doing it as efficiently as possible. But also, it's done and over with. You don't have to worry about putting more in later, or did I treat it, or was this the summer fuel I had in there, or the winter fuel? No, whenever they bring it, it's fine. You're going to have enough treatment in there, especially at that performance dose, that you're going to make sure you got enough anti-gel.
Right. And also the thought of, I have some trucking companies that we work with that just run EDT plus winter defense year round. And I get that question a lot. Like, is it okay to run an anti-gel when it's not freezing? Yeah, the anti-gel's just inactive then. It's not doing anything. The only problem is it's a waste of money.
Right.
So it just costs a little bit more to put the anti-gel in. Obviously, we have our standard warm weather product, our EDT, our everyday diesel treatment. You can save some money running EDT without having to pay for that extra anti-gel. I'm just saying, running it year round might be not really cost effective, but don't skimp out and wait till that last freezing moment to make the switch.
Wow.
Spend a little bit more and once it gets cold to prep that system and have it ready with the anti-gel before it freezes.
And I always like to remind people to do that deep system clean with Diesel Extreme at the season change too. Like, that's a good opportunity. Hey, Yeah, if you treat a bulk tank, you could put it in on top, or if you're treating each tank full in your truck, go run a tank of Diesel Extreme right before winter starts, and when you go to switch off of EDT plus winter defense, drop Diesel Extreme in there, run EDT the rest of the time.
And let's remember that's another tedious point to make too. With our two-step diesel fuel treatment, it's our diesel extreme followed up by our everyday diesel treatment. We recommend running a tank of diesel extreme every 6,000 miles or so. The diesel extreme and the EDT have the same six components in it. So you have a cetane booster, lubricity additive, injector cleaner. I'm using my fingers again. Water demulsifier, rust inhibitor, and a fuel stabilizer. The main difference between and then the EDT plus winter defense adds that seventh component of anti-gel. The the diesel extreme, you got to remember if you're on our religious cycle of doing this, you don't need to be treating that tank with EDT because it's got everything in it when you do your deep cleaning. But in the wintertime, when you're on the anti-gel and it's time for you to do that deep cleaning with diesel extreme, remember that diesel extreme does not have any cold weather components in it. So you will need to double treat. You need to put some anti-gel on top of that.
Right. And you can do that. It's more cost effectively, obviously, if you're not, but if you want to get that deep clean or need to do that deep clean, it's always an opportunity.
Yep. And then the other big one I always get is the old adage of if a little's good,
Oh, yes.
a lot must be great. Now let me set the table for this one because this one always bugs me. The the What we're really proud of at Hot Shot Secret is that we fully formulate our products. We don't use any filler in our products, so you're dealing with pure additive. And our lab has designed our treat rates right to the peak of the gain curve. So you're going to get the most bang for your buck by following our treat rates. Virtually on any of our products, if you pour more in than we advise, you are not really going to see any more gain. It starts to level off right about the point where it's cost effective for that treat rate. That's different for a lot of the lubricant industry. A lot of the lubricant industry is putting different types of filler products in there to basically make you feel like you're getting a larger jug full of stuff. I mean, our 16-ounce bottles treat what a lot of companies gallon bottles do, and that's just because there's just a lot of filler in there. When you have a lot of filler in the product, it's usually just a unharmful solvent that they put in there, so it's not hurting anything. But what people have become conditioned to over the years is, you know what? I felt a little bit more gain when I poured some extra in. And that's kind of true with a watered down product because as you over treat it, you're getting more of the good additive because it's on a diluted level. With Hot Shot Secret products, and we can speak to that specifically, you're not going to gain any more. All you're going to really do is waste money. You're not going to hurt anything by over treating,
Right.
but you're not going to wait. You're really just wasting money, except for one product, and that's anti-gel. Anti-gel, if you over-treat anti-gel, it can go bad. And ironically, it's the one product where some people over-treat because they start getting, they see the cold coming, and they're like, they might be in a climate that never gets to like 20, and all of a sudden they're getting -5, or maybe even a -5 climate's getting to -30. Oh man, I better pour some extra in because it's getting extra
Yeah.
cold. The problem with anti-gel, and we use a wax modifier, um, if you add too much, not only do you have diminishing returns, you have negative returns. And while what we're trying to do is lower the cold filter plugging point, your pour point, we're trying to make that fuel stay nice and usable at very low temperatures by using the anti-gel. When you pour too much in, that point goes back up. And now all of a sudden, you can get it back up to freezing temperature. And
Yeah.
you can think, man, I pour a ton of that stuff in.
And then you go, man, that product's
Oh,
awful.
it must be terrible.
And then you're like, and then you find out, well, because actually the chemical that is the wax modifier is actually freezes at freezing. Like it's a solid block at 32. So it's
not
like one of
until it
those
blends
components we
with-
have to keep inside the facility here. We can't store it outside in tanks, stuff like that.
Right.
So, it really does show how, really it's, it actually works backwards. It's really fuel activated is how it works. And so the way Aaron explained it very well in the video, it really tells you how it works. And, like you said, you get all those diminishing returns if you don't take care of it properly.
Don't overtreat your diesel on your winter additive. Now with our EDT plus winter defense, we have 2 treatment rates and 1 ounce per
2 ounces per
Two-
25 and 4 ounces per 25 is the double dose.
right. And so that and we judge that off 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're going to be above 0 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 ounces per 25 gallons. If you're going to be below 0, 4 ounces per 25 gallons. And if you're going to be 40 below 0, still 4 ounces per 25 gallons.
Right.
Don't throw 8 ounces in because you can cause yourself some issues.
And I want to note also, it's not just about the anti-gel properties, just like our EDT, it's the amount of cetane boost. So if you put
Sure.
in this smaller dose, you're going to get less cetane, less lubricity. And when you use the larger dose, so if you always use our performance dose in EDT,
You
if
can
you want the
use
same
performance
performance,
dose.
use the same performance
And
dose
that's
in
not
EDT
too
plus.
much anti-gel to give you problems above 0 degrees.
Right. And it's not so close that it's going to give you problems like, say, well, my station treats my fuel. Yeah, they do. We got enough wiggle room in there.
Sure.
It's when some people double, triple, quadruple dose, throw the whole 32-ounce bottle into my 40-gallon tank.
Right.
That's when we have issues.
Now, if it was EDT, you could throw a gallon in there. It's not going to hurt anything. You just wasted a gallon,
Yeah.
So, but we just want to make it clear
Thanks for
about
keeping
that.
the lights on.
Yep. And then for those of you that did not treat or maybe over treated and you're gelled up, we have our Diesel Winter Rescue, which I don't think we have out here right now.
No, we don't.
But we got a new red cap on it I really like. And can I ask you if that might be a retail product sometime soon?
Well, yeah, I can say that. It's shipped. I've actually seen sales on it.
Oh, so it's out.
It's out.
Where's that at?
Advanced Auto Parts.
Advanced Auto Parts. So for those of you that are looking for a rescue product, it's a very affordable product. Diesel Winter Rescue. What's MSRP?
$15.
$15. This is I've always tell any diesel owner, certainly in a cold climate, spend $15 on a bottle, throw it in your toolbox, throw it in the bed of your truck, forget about it, throw it in the seat, act like you don't have it, hope you never need it. I keep 2 or 3 bottles in the Hot Shots truck, and I have to rotate them because I give them to people,
Right.
and if you never need it, good. The day you do need it, it's the greatest $15 you've ever spent because other than that, you're getting a tow, you're getting thawed
Well,
out,
and
it's a bad
sometimes it's not
day.
even your truck; it's your skid steer or something that you're using on the job site or whatever. Dang, I forgot to treat that one tank of fuel. I had something out there that never got fuel in it
Right.
from summer, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with if you don't have a good product like that.
And hopefully we're done with this winter stuff here soon. We're getting close.
We are.
But that's also the time. I always say it's the beginning of the season and it's the end of the season when people get caught up and gelled up because they think it's over. And we're here in Ohio, so we get all the seasons and then some. And they always come back late and arrive early. So I'll keep anti-gel in my truck through once we get into April pretty much. So all through March I'll keep it in there too. So and like I said, keep a backup of DWR, Diesel Winter Rescue, and you can find it at AutoZone now. And I expect more retailers to pick it up. That's been a product that kind of has a staple on the market. Rescue 911 has been out for a long time, and it's a rescue product. And there just really hadn't been much competition for it. We formulated Rescue a little bit differently in that it's a very safe product to use. We have no alcohol in it because if you are frozen and trying to get it restarted again, it's going to be the hardest cold start your truck's ever seen. It's already starving for fuel, so let's not make it worse with an alcohol-based type of solution. We actually have a ton of lubricity in that formula, so it gets you back on the road safely started. And then you can remember to put your EDT plus winter defense in so it doesn't happen to you again.
Yeah, a ton more lubricity. There's actually a couple products in the market that make lubricity even worse. So you already have a bad event going on. Let's just make it worse for your system.
Right,
So
right.
That's the really unique part of what we do with that product. The rest of it's very utilitarian.
Sure.
So it was great that R&D was able to come up with something a little different to offer people, and just that, another heads up product that, once again, doing a great job.
Yep. So we are going to run to a little quick break, and you're going to vanish, and we're going to bring on Hot Shot Secret Employee because we're bringing back our Meet the Staff segment.
Get to know us segment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's run our little spot here, and we'll be right back. All right, there we go. So we wrapped up our EDT plus winter defense, and look who we got here.
Me.
The shyest person in the building.
So shy.
So we're excited to bring back our Meet the Staff segment, which what we do here, because we didn't tell you what we're doing, we just ask you some rapid fire questions just to get to know a little bit about you. So first of all, tell us who you are and what your position in here at Hotshot Secret is.
Well, my name is Michelle Smith, and I'm the HR manager at Hotshot Secret.
You're so proper right now.
I know.
She's the most improper HR manager you can ever dream of.
We love her.
We do love her. So Michelle, Miss Proper Michelle, how did you find out about Hotshot Secret?
I believe I only found out about Hotshot Secret when I got hired here.
So how'd you apply here? If you
It was actually lubrication specialties.
Okay, yeah.
So, to be fair,
Yeah.
so it was actually an Indeed job that I applied to for lubrication.
But you'd never heard of our
specialist.
brand before that.
Mhm. I knew that this building. I knew what this building was, and that
You didn't
it
know what
was-
we did inside here.
I had no idea.
For those of you who've never been to where we're like in farmland, Ohio, just north of in between Columbus and Cleveland, and we're this big building that people just have no idea what goes inside here. They think it's like some hidden FBI building or something.
Right.
We're just making lubes. That's it.
Well, it is
So, where were you born?
in Gallion, Ohio.
How far away is that? It's not far.
Nope, like 30. What is that? 30 minutes from here, maybe.
What was your very first job?
I was a dishwasher at a country club.
Hmm.
I washed dishes,
That's a humble beginning.
and it was a prep cook. So I washed the dishes, cleaned the kitchen, and made cold sandwiches and cold salads.
You don't cook anymore.
Not at all.
Yeah, I know. But she orders all the food for us all the time.
I
She
do.
feeds us well. What was your very first car?
It was a like dirt brown,
Okay.
dirt brown Dodge Charger, like a
Is-
1988-ish,
Is there like a different color of dirt than brown?
probably black. Dirt,
Okay. All right.
dirt is like
And what was it? 80-ish?
it was like I think 88 or 89 brown, like the color of mud,
Mud,
brown.
dirt falling.
Dodge Charger.
Charger.
My dad,
Did they make Chargers in 88? I think she's making this up.
I'm not making it up. It had like the things on the back window, the fins.
The
You know what I'm talking about?
the louvers, yeah.
Yeah, my dad actually.
That was dope.
My dad was a mechanic, and he actually built that car, the engine actually for me. In the car.
Did it have like fake chrome fender vents on it from AutoZone?
No,
I bet it did.
no, but it actually was so bad that at one point, I couldn't open the driver's side door, and I always had to have a friend with me so that I could spray the engine, spray with starter fluid, and somebody had to be inside turning the ignition just to get it to start.
Classy.
Yeah, I thought so.
Do you remember those Daytonas, like the Shelbys made a Charger? I think that was around then. If it was one of those were actually pretty cool. Was
Yeah,
it manual?
except the brown.
Manual?
Yeah, I'd never. No, it was automatic.
Oh. All right. Did you play sports growing up?
No, softball.
You play sports now?
No, not at all.
Well, kinda.
Oh yeah, I do. I box. I box.
Yeah.
That's not playing a sport.
Eh.
That's more for fitness.
What's your favorite hobby currently?
I enjoy.
Come on.
I mean, I really do enjoy doing the box and the bar class.
Yeah.
So the fitness, I think, is probably my number one hobby. After that would be maybe just sitting and reading and quiet, and then third
So
would
nice.
be like home renovations and stuff like that. But that would be a fun hobby if I could ever get
Yeah.
into it.
For sure. Just want to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it either.
Yeah. What's your favorite holiday?
I don't have one,
Come on. Like, you literally, your job here is like
I
setting
know.
up all of our holiday stuff.
which is
You're
why
reminding me, if you didn't do that stuff, I wouldn't even know what month it is.
I
half the time.
know. I really don't have a favorite. I would say from a work perspective, Christmas, because
Okay.
that's a little bit.
We have a Christmas party. this fall.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Easter egg hunt. That's fun too.
That's
to
like
watch.
next week. You're just
I know.
promoting this Easter egg hunt coming.
I
You just
know.
let everybody know you don't. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's fun to watch everybody fight over the Easter eggs
is
that they
fun.
find.
Funnest
they
part about an
find.
Easter egg hunt is she hides all the Easter eggs, but doesn't remember where she hides them. So every year,
It's
like
true.
the big winning Easter eggs, we never find.
That's true.
So they're around Mount
Yep.
Gilead somewhere.
That's true. Big dollars in those ones.
What is your favorite beverage?
Water?
What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
I don't drink.
None?
Nope.
This is all natural?
Yes.
You?
Yep.
Good God.
Now, if I were, I would say maybe a blueberry wine, Stella Rose or whatever, Stella Rosa. Is that what it is? Rosa or Rose? Maybe
Rosé?
some kind of a no, not rosé. The brand blueberry wine.
Okay.
If I were to drink,
Final question before the final question. Favorite TV show or movie?
a TV show would be all time would be probably Sons of Anarchy. That was
Hmm.
favorite. That was a good one. That's classic.
Matt Rice says tan sweatshirts for the win.
Woo! I know that's right.
Courtney, we have a tan sweatshirt
Yeah.
we can show off.
Courtney's
Would you like to
wearing
come
it.
model it?
Yeah, come model
Come
it.
model it. Told you we'd get you on somehow. This is what sneak in here. This is what Michelle does. She buys random apparel for us.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And,
And
it's very similar to this gray one, except that this is a dark gray.
So and then people ask me about it, like, how do I get one? I'm like, it's something Michelle bought like 20 for the office. So
Yep.
and then thanks for
limited
joining us.
Of course.
There's one final thing that we've requested before you leave. We know that you do a pole dancing class,
It's bar class.
bar class. We'd like you to show off your latest dance moves.
It's not that kind of class. It's a bar class.
You sing and dance through the hallways of Hot Shots. Do you? Do you not?
Okay. All right.
Oh, she's
No,
going
I'm
for it.
kidding.
All right. Let's give Michelle a round of applause. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
Told you I'd be nice. I could have been worse. Courtney Lee says best HR lady ever.
Right?
Matt Rice says best HSS sweatshirt he owns. Wow.
That tan one?
Mm-hmm.
They're really soft. They're softer than these.
They're loving the Lindsay cameo too. Come on, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Back on there.
Michelle.
All right.
All right. So, real quickly, we are going to pass it off, right? We got a little spot from our buddy Steve Summers' overnight drive. Let's roll that. And I don't know, might have had an audio issue there.
Yeah, I think we did, but sorry about that.
We'll run it again. But you guys should check out Steve Summers' Overnight Drive, Monday through Friday, midnight to 5. For those of you overnight workers, overnight truckers on the road, we love Steve. And we're going to be spending some time with Steve here coming up. Matt's is around the corner.
Mid-America Truck Show once again.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to that. But you can overnightdriveradio.com.
Yep.
Wow,
that's
that was twins.
That
in
was.
Mhm.
That's crazy. We know what's going on.
So let's cover some promos. What we got going on promotionally? So
Well,
where we
let's
can
start
find
out
some
with the
deals.
events.
Okay.
Oh, okay, we'll go to the promos. Let's
We'll go promos.
Oh,
Let's
events.
go, Vince. Let's go promos. All right.
It's all good, Lindsay.
We're going to do.
It's good.
That was Josh's fault, Lindsay. Don't feel mortified. That was Josh's fault. So, where is our events? Am I just going off of that?
We're just going off. Just
Oh,
going off
cool.
you.
I can say what you're doing. Well, I know.
Kyle, tell us what you're doing this next month.
This
coming
next
up.
month. So next week, don't have it on there, but shout out to Zimmy's. We're going to be at the Zimmy's Distributor Show in Pennsylvania. Matt's going to be heading out that way. I'm heading out west next week for NHRDA season opener in Arizona at Firebird, formerly Wild Horse. Kick off the NHRDA season. We're excited about that. NHRDA is coming back with like a whole bunch of new stuff. We've got a burnout pit, huge show and shine. I think they said they're going to have already 300 trucks already committed to come in. So if you like looking at big rigs, these custom rigs, and I know he's teamed up with Pickett Customs, and they got the boys rolling. So tons of big rigs out there on the show and shine. Burnout, got the drag racing, we got everything. Got vendor row. We'll be out there with their booth set up, and looking forward to kicking off the 2025 season of NHRDA. Um, After that, NTEA's looking like next week. That conference is in Indianapolis. I think,
At the convention center. Yep.
yeah, is Kevin in? I think Kevin might be heading out
Yeah,
there.
I think so.
Also, next weekend, we are sponsoring the flow racing coverage of the Texas 2K25. Looking forward to that. The Lubricant Expo is coming up in Michigan, I believe.
Yep.
And we'll be sending LSI Chemical that way, I believe.
Correct. Yep. Our industrial side of the business up there.
Yep.
And they also like to look at what's coming out in the world of lubricants as well.
Keep our ear to the streets on that.
Mm-hmm.
World Series of Pro Mods is just going on. They're warming up. We're on the Flow Racing live coverage of that as well. And Modern Street Hemi Shootout is kicking off their 2025 season down in Orlando at Orlando Speed World. So for the modern Hemi guys out there, looking forward to another good season. Shout out to my guy Dan Van Horn. Good luck this year, and always like supporting those guys as well. So a lot loaded up and coming. We're going to be a lot of places, and season's off and running.
It is. Definitely. You're going to be a busy, busy guy, Kyle.
Always, always.
All right.
How about some sales? People want to know where they can get some
Absolutely.
discounts.
So starting tomorrow at hotshotsecret.com, we're doing a sale on grease, our brand new grease.
Nice.
Buy 9 tubes, get one free,
I like it.
aka a case of grease.
I like it.
Yeah. And then middle of the month, 12th through 17th, spend $100 plus and be entered into a contest to win some bar stools and a table. So we have custom Hot Shot Secret bar stools that we use at trade shows and so forth.
Everybody asks me for them all
Absolutely.
the time.
So this is a really unique opportunity.
So what are they going to do?
Just buy $100 or more
And they get entered.
and get entered to win. Yep.
For each 100 they spend?
Just per order.
Okay.
So,
but they can keep
You
ordering.
keep ordering, yeah.
Yeah. All right, see? She's
And-
laughing. I'm
and
getting more sales
actually,
here. Watch.
on the dealer side, they're going to get a similar thing as well for the dealer. So any of our
There's
dealers
a,
watching.
wait, let's back up a second.
Okay.
There's a bar table too?
It's going to be our generic table. There's not a custom one made, but
I know, but it's a bar table. I don't have a bar table. I just get the bar stools.
the round table like you get for the trade shows.
Oh, okay. But I only
Yeah.
got one. I want more.
Well,
I have to spend $100.
you'll have to spend $100 and win.
What's going on at retailers?
Love's Truck Stops, buy 2 Diesel Extremes and get 1,000 of My Love's rewards points. Pilot Flying J, buy 2 of the EDTs and get 800 points back in their rewards program. And O'Reilly's has $5 off 64-ounce Diesel Extreme. So a great opportunity to do that spring clean and save some money at the same time.
Good stuff. Good places to find deals. And you can always check our website, see what's going on there. We encourage people to call in too if you have any questions. We're always happy to guide you in the right direction. And before we wrap up, make sure you put a comment down below because we are going to be giving away some of our ET plus winter defense. And I think people like the product, proven by our review of the month. So shout out to our guy, Ben C. EDT plus winter defense works well for me into the single digit temps. I saw a review of the best anti-gel and diesel additives. This one was tested and rated to be the best. I tried it during our last cold spell. Temps down to single digits. This worked very well. My engine also seems to like it. This is now my new all-around additive for the winter. Thanks. Well, thank you, Ben C., whoever Ben C. is. We are going to start a new thing. We're going to reach out to him and thank him for leaving us a 5-star review. And I think, Lindsay, you're going to send him a bottle? So there you go, Ben C. You got an extra bottle coming your way for such a nice review. We're glad you like the product and appreciate you giving us a 5-star review. I'll let you kick off this next little segment.
I'm
'cause you said
excited.
your favorite.
I seen it back in the queue again. If you were over on Facebook, you seen our featured ride of the week come up as a cover photo again.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it's a beautiful.
So we're rotating this on our cover page?
Weekly, yep.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I like when we do this.
I do too. So what we want you to do is Lindsay, you're going to put out a post, I believe, throughout the week and call for entries. Get your ride in there. Truck, tractor, race car, puller, semi. I don't care what it is. Push mower. Do it.
We've had mowers.
We've had mowers.
Hey,
Yes.
if you put a Hot Shots product in it, you can submit it to the featured ride of the week.
Absolutely.
And speaking of those specials too, always sign up for our newsletter. Newsletter keeps you active on all of our specials that be going on. And where do you do that?
hotshotsecret.com/email.
Yep. We are going to wrap up. You got anything else to add, Josh?
Well, besides our winter, actually, I do. I thought of something you mentioned about Diesel Winter Rescue being at Advanced Auto Parts.
Right.
They actually have a couple new offerings.
Oh, what's that?
The 4-ounce EDT is there.
Oh, little shot
Little
bottle.
shot bottles. 16-ounce Diesel Extreme.
Nice.
And EDT plus Winter Defense as well.
Oh,
So they were not carrying it before. They
So they added the 2-step.
they added the 2-step winter process.
So everything we were talking about earlier, AutoZone's now another place that you can find that. at.
Advanced Auto.
Advanced Auto. I'm sorry, Advanced Auto.
Yeah, AutoZone does carry EDT plus Winter Defense.
Yep.
They have the 4-ounce shot bottles of EDT
Oh, you're right.
as well.
Advanced Auto's just adding it now.
He's just adding
Cool.
it now.
That's great.
Now, glad to have them on board.
Well, and
happy
thanks-
that they were able to expand the offering to. Our
Yeah,
customers.
and we appreciate our customers. You know, it's retail's a tough gig, like shelf space and all that stuff. So, and they're constantly reviewing what's there, and we've just constantly been adding new products, and they keep picking up more and more of our products, and we're just really grateful. We're really grateful for the growth and the support from the people that try our products and find that we really are proud of what we make. So it just kind of leads into making it more available, and that's pretty much the number one thing I hear now. I remember years ago when I'm in the field a lot was, who are you guys and what do you do? And now I hear a lot more of like, I found your stuff, I love your guys' stuff, I where can I get it? And now it's becoming more and more widely available. So and then a lot of it that is you help us help you kind of thing. Josh will go through like line reviews with these retailers, and obviously we're telling them, hey, you should carry all of our stuff. And if it were that easy, but what really helps is a lot of times now we go in and the retailers are telling us, hey, we keep hearing from our customers that we need to be adding your winter defense product. And that certainly helps out our relationships with our retailers as well.
Absolutely. And the other cool ad is AutoZone itself. If you live in Florida only, select stores down there have Gasoline Extreme on the shelf as well.
Nice. And is that right now?
That's
Is it already on the shelf?
it should be anytime soon. I haven't seen a photo or seen anything that indicates it yet, but it's got to be this week, next week,
Sure.
or we just haven't.
It's already
heard about
shipped.
It.
It's already out
It's
there.
been there. They've had it for 30 days. Now.
And honestly, I get asked about Gasoline Extreme all the
Right,
time because
so-
we got a good reach of our diesel stuff in the retail stores, and we knew Gasoline Extreme was going to make it there at some point. It's just an uphill battle, but I guess Floridians got the luck of the draw.
They
so
did, yeah. I mean, it was awesome. They gave us a test on the product to see how it would do, and now we need your guys' help as well. So
Yeah.
if you live there, live close, driving through,
or
stop by.
or if you really want Gasoline Extreme on the shelf in your town, like send $15 to somebody in Florida and tell them to go buy a bottle. So the test goes really well, and we can take it nationwide.
we can, and that's one of those products that's also available like through their website and stuff too. So it's not saying that you can't get it other ways, but it's actually on the retail shelf, which is very cool to see. A true gas product offered by Hot Shots Secret at retail.
Yep. All right, we want to give something away? You want to give something away? No?
He wants you to give something away.
Who you want me to give something away to? Oh, you texted me. Ah,
She's sneaky like that.
she is.
She's good though.
All right, so the winner of cool, it's off TikTok. Yay, TikTok Live is working. So shout out to Jeremy. Whoever Jeremy is on TikTok, we're going to reach out to you and send you some EDT plus winter defense. And we'll tell you, we appreciate you chiming in and everything. If you happen to be in a warm climate or something, we'll swap it out for EDT or something. if you
Yeah,
need.
we'll take care of it.
So, but as you learned today, it's not going to hurt to use it in a warm climate.
Yeah.
Just waste of money. But if it's free, I don't know, maybe it's,
It's free treatment. Right?
there you go. But
It doesn't get cold. It gets cold everywhere at some point.
It does.
It really does.
It does. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you catch up with our buddy Steve Summers on Overnight Drive, midnight to 5. We're going to see him at Matt's this next month, and go get signed up. HotShotSeeker.com/email so you can stay in the tune of what we're doing and when we're going to come live with Facebook again. And what should they be following? You got to hit them all.
I gotta have to use my fingers.
Yeah.
It's worse than EDT.
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, and Pinterest.
Pinterest. Yep.
The magic Pinterest.
So thanks for tuning in. We'll post up next time we're going live, and look forward to seeing you again here soon.